Good evening, and welcome to Sportsline Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, and I am broadcasting live from beautiful, sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports and gaming capital of the United States of America. And you are listening to this program right here on 910 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio Baton Rouge. And as my man Tommy Chrysan would say, I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to have you there. As I'm not going to lie to everybody, see, this is about 6 weeks from now. I would say we got a huge show planned for you today, but we really don't. It's depressing. It really is. I mean, I'm not, once again, man, it's coming. It's coming. I know so's Christmas. I know. I hear you. I got it. I know Christmas is coming too, but it's coming. I mean, look, there's only so much you can talk about. 2 weeks ago, we talked about a guy shoving hot dogs down his throat. Okay? All right. What else? It's all, nothing. Baseball. Look, people like baseball, but you got to remember, we can talk baseball, but when football starts, you still got like 20% of the baseball season still to go. So the last thing you want to do is turn this thing into a baseball show and then all of a sudden just stop talking about baseball and forget about it, because that's what's going to happen on August the 25th. Yep, on August the 25th, man, we got 4 football games to talk about for August the 26th. And then we got those Thursday night football games that are going to start the college football season. Of course, it's going to start on August the 26th with them 4 games, but we're going to be able to talk about them. And since we don't do the show till the following Friday, we got to cover the Thursday night college football games. So that's going to be a good show on August the 25th, that Friday. Remember, we do Sportsline every Friday, Sportsline Radio. Me, Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, live from Las Vegas, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., right here on 910 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio Baton Rouge. That's Central Time. Of course, if you're listening over the internet at PelicanSportsTV.com or the Pelican Sports app that I got on my phone. I'll put it on mine. Where's my phone out here? Look, I got the phone here. Got the phone here for everybody watching on, because I tape the show and I put it on YouTube, and you put the thing and boom, you click it and it pops right up there. There's the, let's see if it shows up. There it is. There it is, the Pelican Sports app, CBS Sports Radio. You can hear me talking on the thing. Listen. I tape the show. Yeah, I like this app. It's a good app. So, if you're listening over the, now I got to get rid of it. Got to get it turned off. If you're listening over the computer and all that, it's Central Time every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's a little secret group. Kind of started last year. We talked a little gambling on the program. Talked a lot of horse racing. Horse racing shows were a big success on the YouTube videos, so I know those were all right. But the football is going to be better. Remember, we didn't start this program till football season was basically over with. That's pretty much what we started. It pretty much come to an end, football season. So we're going to have our first football season. We got to pain ourselves. Pain. It's going to be absolute pain, Cap, getting there. But we're going to do it. I ain't worried about it. We got enough stuff to talk about. They got that fight coming up, McGregor and Mayweather. They had the first of 3 press conferences. I mean, are they going to hype this thing or what? It's $100. $100. A C-note. Are you going to pay $100 to watch Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight? Are you going to pay $100? I'm not. I can tell you right now, I'm not. I ain't paying that. I might go to somebody's house if I get invited and all that. I mean, I'm not a sourpuss or nothing like that. I ain't like nothing like that. When I get invited, I'm going to go. But I mean, I'm not going to shell out $100 at a cable company to watch that. Now, if it was an MMA fight, I might watch it, because Floyd Mayweather Jr. would get his ass whooped. I can tell you that right now. He'd get whooped. He'd get whooped in that thing if they were in the octagon. But the boxing match, I mean, it really favors Mayweather. I mean, he's a boxer. He's a boxer. He knows how to box. This other guy's not a boxer. He's a fighter. He likes to kick and knee people and hit you with his elbow and put you in a figure four leg lock. I mean, these guys do a lot of other things than just swing their arms in the MMA. So that gives Mayweather a huge advantage. That's also going to take place on August the 26th. So that the show we're going to do on August the 25th going to be pretty good. That's how you know how bad this was going to be today. When you're promoing a show, 2 months. Not ain't 2 months. I mean, what's today? Today's July the 14th, August the 26th. I mean, Cap, what are we talking about? 42 days? That's nothing. That's nothing. I did 45 days in OPP, Cap. So, I mean, what's 42 days? That's nothing. It's going to fly by. It's going to fly by. But we got some stuff that we can talk about today, gambling-wise. But before we do that, I just want to quickly remind everybody that whatever we talk about today, the following information is to be used as news material only and is not intended to violate any state, federal, or local laws. All right, the one thing I noticed, because the other day I told everybody I was going to bet some money on LSU in the basketball to win the tournament next year, the Final Four, the championship. Now, I know it's a long shot, but 750 to 1 seemed a little high for me. LSU, they got him a good coach. The Tigers got him a good coach here. And they got some good players. They got another good player today, if I'm not mistaken. This guy knows what he's doing. This guy knows what he's doing. And, I mean, look, LSU can get the players. I mean, they had the number 1 pick in the NBA draft 2 years ago. Top 2 of the top 4 picks in the NFL draft, 2 and 4. I mean, LSU gets players, so this guy's going to have no problem getting people to come play for him. And LSU is going to be a sleeper. So far, I just got $40. I got $40 on LSU at 750 to 1. $40 to win 30,000 on LSU. And I'm going to go put some more money. I didn't want to put too much. And they never changed the odds, so I guess obviously they laughing at me for betting this, because I didn't use my player's card when I put the bets in. I don't want them to know it's the MeatMan. It ain't none of their business. Even though I'm sure they have me on tape putting the bets in. But I'm going to go put some more. I want to put $100 on LSU. Really, I want to put about $125 on LSU to win it all and make $100,000. LSU wins the National Basketball Championship. The MeatMan would cash in $100,000 in tickets. I like that. So, but what I noticed, too, when I was looking at all the odds, I noticed that LSU, the football team, they were now 30 to 1 to win it all. And when the season started, LSU, they were in the top 5, 6, 7 teams that were possibly being looked at as maybe one of the Final Four clubs. But, I don't know what happened. You can get LSU at 30 to 1 right now. Let me get the phone. Here. I got to pull up the William Hill app. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Since you're in Las Vegas, you can put the sportsbook apps on your phone. And so what we're going to do here is William Hill, where I bet LSU at the 750 to 1 to win the basketball thing. They just got LSU at 22 to 1. But when I was looking earlier, I like the way they had them all listed. They had them all listed in an order that was easy to see. All right, let's see. Of course, I hit the wrong button because I got dark sunglasses on. I can't see anything. So now I do that. Let's do this again. All right, so Alabama is the favorite to win it all at William Hill. They're 3 to 1 right now. Ohio State, the Buckeyes, their second choice at 4 to 1. You got USC, Southern California, they're 7.5 to 1. Then you got Florida State, they're at 8 to 1. You got Michigan at 14 to 1. Oklahoma at 15 to 1. Washington at 18 to 1. And then the LSU Tigers check in at 22 to 1. They're still ranked eighth out of all the teams at William Hill. So, I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. Right underneath LSU, you got Penn State, they're 22 to 1. Louisville's 22 to 1. Wisconsin's 25 to 1. Clemson, 28 to 1. Auburn, 28 to 1. Notre Dame, 28 to 1. Georgia, 35 to 1. And then it just keeps going up, and up after that. So I heard LSU was picked to finish third in their side of the SEC behind Alabama and Auburn. But, man, I'm telling you, according to the odds makers at William Hill, they're a pretty big joint. They're a pretty big joint. They're based overseas out there in England. I mean, they're a big company, man. They worth billions of dollars, William Hill. So, I mean, you got to kind of take what they say with a little, you got to respect it. You got to respect it. They take big money on this stuff. And they say that LSU is the 8th best team in the country in college football based on their odds makers. The problem is they're in the same division as Alabama. They're in the same conference, the same side of the conference. I mean, wow, that's bad luck. And their coach is LSU's old coach. I mean, that's what makes it worse. I mean, that's brutal. That's brutal. That's the whole problem with the Tigers. That's the thing. Like I said, I've seen them as high as 30 to 1 around town. And I mean, the reason LSU's 30 to 1, until the Tigers can prove they can beat the Crimson Tide or beat Alabama on a consistent basis, or like I said, just beat them at all. I mean, lately the series has been pretty one-sided. LSU's not going to get any respect from the odds makers or some of them. So, once again, if you think LSU is going to beat Alabama this year, you take the 30 to 1 on them to win it all. Because, I mean, hey, if the LSU goes in Alabama and beats Alabama, then obviously they were a pretty good team heading into that, probably undefeated or with only one loss. And that would put them ahead in the SEC. And obviously a one-loss SEC champion is going to the Final Four. So, I don't know, but 30 to 1, it seemed a pretty good price on the LSU Tigers to win the college football championship. But, of course, once again, it all comes down to that game against Alabama. They can't beat the Crimson Tide. You can just go ahead and throw that ticket in the garbage. All right, we got to take a break. We got to take a quick commercial break. Don't touch that dial, Cap. When we come back, I will give you the odds to win the Major League Baseball World Series as we get ready for the second half of the season. I'll tell you which teams I think might get hot, and I'll tell you which teams I think might not be hot. Don't touch that dial, Cap. You're listening to Sports Line Radio with Dave the MeatMan Scandaliato. And we're doing it all right here like one big, happy, dysfunctional family on 910 AM WBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. Can you hear me? Put an extra minute and a half in the break. I'll be right back. Thank you. I'm ready. All right. And welcome back to Sportsline Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I'm broadcasting live from beautiful, sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports and gaming capital of the United States of America. And we come at you live every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time, right here on 910 AM WBR CBS Sports Radio Baton Rouge. And man, I tell you, I ain't gonna lie to everybody. I'm not gonna sit here and blow a bunch of smoke up everybody's rump. It's gonna be tough the next couple of weeks, but man, I tell you, come football season, this is where you want to be. Every Friday, believe me, there'll be no better place to get the information than the MeatMan. Right here I'm right in the middle of it, Cap. I'm right in the mix, man. I'm right out here. I got the phone. I got all the apps. I got everything, man. I tell you, I'm rolling. We're rolling merrily along out here. And you having problems bet money? You having a tough time cashing with the bookie? Don't ever be afraid to give me a call. Call me at 702-609-0930. That's my personal cell phone number. 702-609-0930. Or, of course, you can always call me on a number that's almost impossible to forget. 1-833-MeatMan. 1-833-MEATMAN. I got a call from a guy today. That's 7 games a day, he says. I only give out one. I said I bet 1 game a day in Major League Baseball. So I wound up giving him 3 plays. He bet 7 games a day. He goes, I thought this was a joke. I said, no, it ain't no joke. It might be a bad marketing thing. Maybe I made a mistake changing the phone number to the Comp Winners Hotline. But I think in the long run, 1-833-MeatMan is going to get there. I think it's going to get there because it's never going to change. That's going to be my phone number for the rest of my life. Now, I don't know how long that's going to be. I put the over-under at about 52 and a half. That means the MeatMan's got about 5 more years left here on Earth. It'd be hard to believe I could make it to 60. I just don't see it. I can't vision it. I got my eyes closed right now. I'm trying to vision me as a 60-year-old man, the way I live right now. Boy, I tell you, it'd be a miracle. That's why I go to church every Sunday without fail. I go to church every Sunday. Without fail. If I got to miss the Super Bowl, I miss the Super Bowl. Got to miss a big football game or the first half of a big football game, I missed the first half of a big football game. The MeatMan goes to Mass every Sunday. I'm a minister of hospitality over at the Guardian Angel Cathedral. That's the Catholic cathedral here in Las Vegas, right next to the Wynn and Encore casinos on the Las Vegas Strip. I'm a minister of hospitality, a.k.a. an usher. I'm an usher. And sometimes I'm in a good mood. You know, you win all the early games in the NFL on Sunday. I float like a butterfly throughout church when I'm seeing people. But, boy, I tell you, you have that 0-3 morning, and you got a shaky-looking afternoon. Hey, you might want to stay away from the MeatMan, get seated by somebody else. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, Cap. So, all right, let's see. In Major League Baseball, the Cleveland Indians, they lead their division. They're 47-40. But if you bet on the Cleveland Indians every game, you're getting absolutely buried. You're down 18.45 units. You bet $100 on the Cleveland Indians every time they've played this year. Yeah, you've won 47 times and only lost 40, but you're getting crushed, absolutely crushed. $100 player down almost $2,000. The Boston Red Sox, they lead their division at 50-39, and you're just down a half a unit. A half a unit. If you bet the Boston Red Sox a unit every game, you're 50 wins, 39 losses, but you haven't made any money. You got the Houston Astros, are they making money? They're 60-29. They're 31 games over 500, and they're plus 20 units. They've been a moneymaker the first half of the season. Maybe you fade the Houston Rockets, the Houston Astros. I said the Houston Rockets, but, you got the Houston Texans. I mean, hey, you're going to make mistakes every now and then. The Houston Astros, maybe you fade them the second half of the season. Can they stay that hot? 60-29 plus 20 units. $100 better. You went to the window, said, just give me $100. Give me 1 unit on the Houston Astros. You would have gone 60 wins, 29 losses, and it made yourself $2,000. You got to pick the right team. Who's going to get hot? Who's going to get hot? Like the Milwaukee Brewers, 50 wins, 41 losses. $100 bet is up $1,740 on the Milwaukee Brewers. The Chicago Cubs are defending world champions. They're 7 games behind the Brewers. Or maybe 6 games behind the Brewers, depending on how you do the math. There's 7 wins behind the Brewers. And a $100 player is down $2,100. You're getting smoked. You're getting smoked, Cap. Speaking of smoked, I have not been to any of the marijuana shops yet here in Las Vegas. I told everybody I would give you an update on going into the legalized marijuana stores here in Las Vegas, but I have yet to go into any. Yep, I haven't gone in any yet, but it's going to happen because they're everywhere. I mean, sooner or later, you're just gonna fall your way into one of these things because, they're all over the place. We're running out of weed out here. It was on the news the other day. The governor had to declare a state of emergency. A state of emergency. Because we were running out of weed. That's hard to believe. I mean, the whole city's falling apart. The public schools are a total disaster. There's trash everywhere. Unfinished projects. Dilapidated buildings. I mean, you name it. Homeless people everywhere. People sleeping in the street. Standing in the street, they're begging for money, but tying up traffic. It's a total disaster out here. And the governor declares a state of emergency. A state of emergency, because we're running out of weed. Because we're running out of weed. But, all right, well, I mean, hey, it is what it is, Cap. It is what it is, Cap. All right, the Washington Nationals, they lead the National League East. 52 wins, 36 losses. But if you bet $100 a game on each one, you're down $100. You're down $100. What I'm getting at this is just because you're picking winners in baseball, just because a team's winning, doesn't necessarily mean they're winning money. I mean, you got teams like the Houston Astros that are winning a lot of money. You got teams like the Milwaukee Brewers that are winning a lot of money. But you got teams like the Washington Nationals who are winning, but you're losing. You're breaking even. I mean, you're only down a unit. It's not that big of a deal. Now, obviously, the best division in baseball is at National League West, where that's pretty much where the wild card is going to get decided. The Los Angeles Dodgers, the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Colorado Rockies have all been moneymakers. And the Dodgers have opened up about an 8-game lead on Arizona. But Arizona and Colorado are pretty much tied for second place. Both teams about 17 games over 500. So these two teams are fighting for the wild card, while the Los Angeles Dodgers, they're fighting to have the best record in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers have made money. I mean, they're 61-29 going into the second half of the season. And $100 bettors made about $1,800 just putting $100 on each of the Dodgers games. The Diamondbacks and the Rockies have both turned a nice profit for their backers. The Diamondbacks $1,500 on the plus side if you bet every game they've played, and the Rockies plus $1,300 if you put $100 on every game that they've played. So, it's been an interesting baseball season. Obviously you figured Washington would be winning their division. You kind of figured the Dodgers would be winning their division, but not a lot of people thought the Milwaukee Brewers would be winning their division. No surprise that the Cleveland Indians lead their division, and no surprise that the Houston Astros lead their division. No surprise that the Boston Red Sox lead their division. So the only real surprise is the Milwaukee Brewers with the 7-game lead over the defending champion, the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs are pretty much in a win the division or that's it kind of situation. They got 43 wins right now. The Milwaukee Brewers have 50. So the Cubs are 7 games back in the division. The Colorado Rockies have 52 wins. The Arizona Diamondbacks have 53 wins. The Cubs have a better chance of winning their division than they do in catching the wild card. So the one surprise I would say in Major League Baseball to the first half of the season is the Cubs. It's the Cubs. I mean, they won the World Series for the first time in over 100 years, and that'll digress it a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. You got to remember, we still got 70 games to go. We still got 70-plus games to go. We got a long way before this thing's going to be settled. But through the first half of the year, the Cubs, that's the surprise. The Milwaukee Brewers, that's the surprise right there. But once again, with 70 games to go, the Cubs could easily make that up. But we'll see. We'll see. The Cubs are treading right now 43-45. 2 games under 500. Jake Arrieta's pitching horrible. He's pitching horrible, Cap. We'll see. Cubs have some pretty good pitches if they can get it turned around. And once again, they're the defending champs. So the Milwaukee Brewers, we'll see. I mean, you gotta if you're the Chicago Cubs, you gotta be saying to yourself, we can make them 7 games on the Brewers. It'd be tough to make them 7 games on the Washington Nationals or the Los Angeles Dodgers or the Cleveland Indians or the Boston Red Sox or the Houston Astros. But the one team that's in first place out of all 6 divisions, the Milwaukee Brewers, that's the team you're probably least scared of. And we'll see what happens. All right, we got to take another break. We got to take another quick commercial break. When we come back, I don't know what we're going to do. We might go to the phone line. I don't know if we got somebody on the phone or not. He might be there. He might not be there. If he's not there, we'll keep chugging along. I do have a pick for tonight in Major League Baseball. So don't touch that down, Cap. You're listening to Sports Line Radio with Dave the MeatMan Scandaliato, broadcasting live from Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports and gaming capital of the United States of America. And you're listening to this program right here on 910 AM WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. Is Barry on the phone or you hung up? You want to call? Yeah, I guess so. Might as well every now and then take a call to make me realize why I don't take them. Know what I mean? This ought to be a total disaster right here. Well, I mean, I just got finished talking to him 30 minutes ago. Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh, this has got total disaster written all. Oh no, I was going to tell you to call me on the other phone. Call me on the 504 number. 504. You got it. You got it over there. No, no, the other one. You got another one? Nope. There you go. Let's try that one. I didn't want to say it out because I'm recording the show on YouTube, and this the bat phone. I got the one phone and I got this phone. I got two phones. Two phones. Two phones. All right, let's see what happens. All right, here we go. It's ringing. Can you hear me? All right. All right. And welcome back to Sportsline Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, and we broadcast live every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time, right here on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio Baton Rouge. The phone number, if you want to jump in a ball game, 225-928-4910, 225-928-4910. And let's go to the listener line, something we very, 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 very rarely do. And we'll go to my man Barry. Barry, can you hear me? I'm glad to hear that, Barry. I gave out 2 picks on the show last week, both plus $1.60. The Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Chicago Cubs, but Kansas City, they lost to the Dodgers by a run. But if you put $100 on both games, you made $60. So, hey, it's better than a sharp stick in the eye. No, I didn't know that. Well, I think, I think St. Louis at 43 and 45 or 46, wherever they're at, they just aren't that good. I mean, they aren't that good. They started out bad. Then I said I thought they'd be bad. Then they won a bunch of games in a row. I kind of looked stupid, but I think by the end of the year, the St. Louis Cardinals, they'll be about 10 games under 500. And right now, if you're betting the Cardinals every game, if you're betting $100 on the Cardinals every game, you're down $950 on the season. So St. Louis definitely been a disappointment, and they've been a money burner if you've been backing them. All right, you got it. Thanks for the call, Barry. All right. As far as the Saints are concerned, I think the Saints are going to do all right. I got a lot of confidence in the Saints this year, to be brutally honest with everybody. I mean, look, they've made back-to-back 7 or 9 seasons, and I think the Saints are going to go all in here. The Saints are going to go all in, and it's do or die. I mean, I don't know how you bring everybody back. I don't know how you bring the management back, the coach back, and all that if we have another losing season. Look, I know if we get rid of Drew Brees, some other team will pick him up in a heartbeat. I understand if we get rid of the head coach, somebody's going to pick up Sean Payton in a heartbeat. I know all that, but I mean, if they lose for the fourth straight season, and then 4 straight losing seasons, I mean, you got to do something. So I think it's do or die. I mean, you got to remember, the Saints started out, they could have easily beat the Oakland Raiders in the first game of the season. I was in the Louisiana Superdome, the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. I was there, Cap. I was there for the game. I mean, it was a mind-boggling how Oakland beat them. I mean, you couldn't have wrote a movie, a book like that. Then, of course, the second game of the season, they played the New York Giants where the Saints are lined up for a little field goal. We're going to take a 3-0 lead. It's blocked. They run it back for a touchdown. It's 7-0 New York Giants. Not good. Not good. I mean, so right off the bat, the Saints start out 0-2. They started out 0-3. And let's be brutally honest. All 3 of those games, or at least the first 2, they could have easily won. That third game was against the Atlanta Falcons. And the Saints jumped out to the 7-0 lead. And Atlanta punted. And the 2 Saints guys ran into each other. They fumbled the ball. Atlanta got it. They scored a touchdown. They scored 5 straight times. And that was the end of that. That was the end of that. That was the 10th anniversary of the New Orleans Saints coming back home after Hurricane Katrina. And they laid an egg. They laid an egg, and, look, I mean, the Saints, believe me, after the 0-3 start, you have to remember the Saints finished the season 7-6. The Saints were a winning football team October, November, and December. They were a winning football team, and some of the losses, I mean, my God, the loss of the Denver Broncos, I mean, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. So I think the Saints are one of these teams that the record last year wasn't a real indication of how good they probably were. Now, obviously, in the division they're in, the NFC South, ain't nobody scares me with that. Carolina, Cam Newton, they don't scare me. Tampa Bay and Jameis Winston, they don't scare me. The Falcons are going to have a crap season this year, man. You can smell it. You can feel it, man. I mean, anytime you lose a Super Bowl, like the Atlanta Falcons did, believe me, they're not going to be as good as they were last year. And, what the bottom line is, I think Atlanta will be lucky to break 500, to even finish 500. So I think the Saints have a really, 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 really good chance at making it to the playoffs this year. Because once again, if they don't, I mean, come on, man, we're going to put Drew Brees in the Hall of Fame. How many Hall of Fame quarterbacks have had 4 straight losing seasons? I mean, man, if you're a Hall of Fame quarterback, you have winning season after winning season after winning season after winning season. Now, I know 7-9, 7-9, 7-9. It's not that bad. I'll be the first guy to admit. I mean, you're 21-27 over a 48-game span, but man, you got to have a winning season sooner or later. I mean, you gotta be able to put 9 wins on the board sooner or later. I mean, the Saints went from being unbeatable at home to average at best. Man, the Saints, when they never lost at home, that's when they were at their best. When you can go 8-0 at home, you only got to win 3 out of your 8 road games to go 11-5. You got to protect home turf. The Saints couldn't do it against the Oakland Raiders, even though they outplayed them the whole game. They couldn't do it against the Denver Broncos because of the fluke block extra point or whatever the heck happened. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I don't remember, but I know it was a fluke play at the end of the game that caused the Saints. The bottom line is, I think the Saints are going to win the NFC South, and I'm going to put some money on the Saints to win the Super Bowl. They're between 40 and 50-1 to win it all. You got to remember, the NFC is no good. I mean, who are the best teams in the NFC? Green Bay? Come on, man, the Packers ain't that good. Dallas? I mean, come on, let's see Dak Prescott do it again with the Cowboys. The Seahawks? Seattle? I mean, come on, man, they're never going to be the same team that they were when they didn't run the ball on in that Super Bowl, when they threw the ball in the The guy intercepted it for the Patriots, Malcolm Butler. The Seahawks are never going to be the same. They're never going to be the same. The NFC is absolutely wide open. And that's why I think the Saints have just as good a chance as anybody else. And at 40 to 50 to 1, man, I hate using the V word, but there's a lot of value there. And my money will be on the New Orleans Saints to win the NFC, probably at 20 or 25 to 1, and to win the Super Bowl at somewhere between 40 and 50 to 1. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to take one more commercial break for today's program. When we come back, I'm going to give you my one play, my best bet, my lock for tonight's Major League Baseball betting action for Friday night. I'm also going to see if I can find your play for Saturday in Major League Baseball. So don't touch that down, Cap. We're still got about 15, 10, 15, 12, 16, 19, 11, I don't know how many more minutes of Sportsline Radio still to come. You're listening to this program right here. I'm broadcasting live from Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City, 910 AM WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. Barry texts me the whole show, and he calls during the show. Does that guy still call Chrysan and give LSU a hard time, or he stopped calling? Barry hates that guy. Oh, really? Believe me, Barry, he's tortured by this guy. I'll talk to him, and he's bringing his name up, and I'm going, Barry, he's just a caller on a radio show, man. Don't let it go. I hate his guts. Like, come on, Barry. Geez, some criminies, man. Just some guy, just some clown. Oh, yeah, I've been to his house twice. I've met him twice. I went to eat with him once. Oh yeah. Oh no. I can. He's a good guy, though. But he's and he likes to drink. He likes to have that Crown Royal and all right. All right. And welcome back to Sportsline Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan, Scandaliato. I'm broadcasting live right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City, baby. We added a new sin to Sin City. just when you thought it couldn't get any more sinful out here, now we legalized dope. How you like that? How you like that? We got brothels in Nevada. You can bet on sports in Nevada. Now you can get stoned to the bone in Nevada. I mean, it just never ends. What's next? What's next? That's the question. What's next? I mean, what are they going to do here in Las Vegas to separate themselves from the rest of a civilized city? I mean, my God. But I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I mean, it's a great place, man. It's a great place if you like betting on sports, like the MeatMan, and you like all the other things that Las Vegas has to offer that we can't talk about here on the radio. You'd love it out here. It's all right. I moved out here in 2003. 2 years before Katrina. So I've been out here 14 years. 14 years I've been out here, man. Long time. Been out here for 14 years, and this month, July 28th, I'll be celebrating my 19th year in business. 19 years since I had a job. I got fired from my last job at Vinny Tavala's. some place in the French Quarter. You talk about a long story, Cap. Long story. Used to be a bar. The owner kicked everybody out, this and that. He turned it into a restaurant. They blacklisted the place. They stole the sign, this, that. And I knew the lady from another job. I'd worked in the French Quarter, so I was working there, and I just go open the door every day, 8 hours late. I'd shut the door. I'd eat all the food, drink all the liquor. I mean, we had no business. Sometimes we'd go 2-3 days without a customer. I mean, it's a long story, Cap. But to make a long story short, some kind of way I got canned out of there. I went to unemployment. I got $45 a week unemployment. They didn't even get tested because they knew I didn't do nothing wrong. I just think, who knows what they wanted to do. They probably wanted to close the place. And I said to myself, why would I ever work? I opened my own business, meatandpotatoes.com, and that's how I became the MeatMan. Yep, and you're looking for a handicapping service? You're looking for somebody for the football season? I mean, the last thing you want to do, week 1 of football season, is lose and start out in a trap. All of a sudden, you're in a trap. You're in a trap. Week 1, a loss. I'm already scrambling for money, this, that, the other thing. Forget about all that. Forget about all that. Give the MeatMan a call, 1-833-MeatMan. Just give me a call, 1-833-MEATMAN, 1-833-MeatMan. You call and talk directly with me. Yep, we can start with Major League Baseball. Then we'll ease our way into the NFL preseason, then college football, then the NFL, then college basketball, the NBA, NHL, because we're going to have a hockey team out here in Las Vegas. So we're going to be talking a little NHL now that we got our own team out here in Sin City. I forgot about that. Not only did we add marijuana, we also added ice hockey in the desert. We're going to play ice hockey in the desert. Everybody's going to be stoned, and we'll be able to bet on the game. Wow. Wow, what a way to go through life. I love it. I love it. You know, you don't get a lot of hugs on Christmas and Easter, but it's those 363 other days that make me glad that I'm single with no wife, no ex-wife, no kids, no nothing. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can't pick us a winner for tonight. Let's see if we just can't straight up pick us a winner. You know what I'm talking about, Cap? It's the first game of the second half of the Major League Baseball season. I ain't made a bet in 2 days, man. 2 stinking days. I ain't made a bet. 2 stinking days I ain't made a bet, and I'm going to make one right now. I'm going to make one right now. I'm going to pick a game. Sometimes a man has to do what a man has to do, Cap. I mean, that's what it sometimes comes down to. That's what it comes down to. And I kind of like the Los Angeles Angels tonight. Minus $1.10 at home against the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, a lot of people are saying, MeatMan, that's a tough call because the guy pitching for Tampa Bay, the rookie, he's 4-0 to start the season with a 2.11 ERA. Right. That's pretty good. But I got a gut feeling on the Angels tonight. Just a gut feeling pick. Just one of these gut feeling. You know, a lot of times I could give you stats coming out the yin-yang. This guy does this, pitching against this team, and this, that, the other. Sometimes you just got to go with a feeling. You know, the rookie, he had a good first half of the season, but now he's going to start the second half of the season. He's got to go all the way across country from Florida to California. And I just think the price is right on the Angels. I mean, you know, you only got to lay $1.10. You only got to lay $1.10, and like I said, this is a gut feeling play. I can't give you any more information than that. You know, when you kind of look at the board, you just kind of say, the Angels and the Rays, I think the Angels are going to win the game. And sometimes you don't even look at the pitches. Because you got to remember, I mean, the pitches aren't going to be around in the 7th, 8th, and the 9th inning when the games are going to get decided. You know, a lot of times the bullpens are what decides these baseball games. And I like the Angels tonight. I like the Los Angeles Angels. You got to lay $1.10. You got to bet 110 to win 100. So they're a small favorite. The Los Angeles Angels are a small favorite at minus $1.10, and that's what we'll do tonight. Take the LA Angels at home. It's a late start. It's a 9:05 Central Time start. It starts at 7 o'clock out here in Las Vegas. I'll be at the Stations Casino tonight. I'm thinking I'm going to the Palace Station. That's where O.J. committed the robbery that landed his behind in the clink out here. O.J., he's up for parole again, man. O.J.'s up for parole. I don't know if he's going to get it or not, but he's up for parole. The Palace Station, it's no Wynn, Cap. It's no Palazzo. It's no Venetian. It's no Caesar's Palace. I can tell you that. But, yeah, I got a lot of comps there. I get a lot of good deals. So that's probably where I'll be tonight watching the game. And my money will be on the Los Angeles Angels tonight. Minus $1.10 at home against the Tampa Bay Rays on a Saturday. I do like one game on the board. I like the Yankees. I like the Yankees against the Boston Red Sox. Saley is on the mound for the Red Sox. He's a minus $1.75. I like the New York Yankees on Saturday, plus $1.55. I don't have enough time to go into why I like the Yankees, but just take my word on it here because we just got a couple of minutes left in the program. So tomorrow it's game 9:15, 9:16. I'm going to take the New York Yankees on the road against the Boston Red Sox. Saley's pitching for Boston, and Soriano is going for the Yankees. I'll take the Yankees guy plus $1.55. And then, of course, once again tonight, Friday night, I'm going to take the Los Angeles Angels at home minus $1.10 against the Tampa Bay Rays. So Friday night, the Los Angeles Angels, and then 3 o'clock Central Time on a Saturday, that's 1 o'clock Pacific Time out here in Las Vegas. We'll take the New York Yankees as a nice big fat underdog, plus $1.55. 1-1 last week on the program. I gave you the Kansas City Royals plus $1.60 against the Los Angeles Dodgers. I lost that game. I think it was 5-4. But then I came up big with the Pittsburgh Pirates. They were plus $1.60 against Jake Arrieta and the Chicago Cubs. And Pittsburgh took Arrieta down, man. He's had a tough season this year. And like I told you, there was no way that he should be minus $1.80. And we took full advantage of that last Saturday as we cashed on that one. So we went 1-1, but a $100 better made $60. If you put $100 on Kansas City, you lost $100. If you put $100 on Pittsburgh, you got back $160. So that's how you bet baseball. You just try to play 50%. But if every time you win a game, you get plus $1.10, $1.20, $1.30, $1.40, $1.50, $1.60, in the long run, you're going to crush the bookie. And that's what I specialize in, especially baseball. So, hey, look, man, you're having trouble betting the MLB. You don't understand how to bet baseball. I get a lot of people that call me on the phone, and they just don't understand how to bet baseball. It's not like basketball and football where there's a point spread. They don't understand the pitching changes and how the game's got to go a certain amount of innings for the run line to count and the total and this and that and the other thing. If you have any questions on how to bet Major League Baseball, give me a call. Talk directly with me, the MeatMan, Dave Scandaliato. You give me a call on my personal Las Vegas cell phone, 702-609-0930, 702-609-0930, or you can call me on a phone number you will never forget, 1-833-MeatMan. 1-833-MEATMAN, 1-833-632-8626. That's right. That's going to be my phone number for the rest of my life. 1-833-MeatMan. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in Tiger Stadium on a Saturday night. You need that Pac-12 bailout game between California and Oregon State. 1-833-MeatMan. You're sitting somewhere in California listening to a program on the internet. You have no idea who to bet in the SEC. Give me a call, 1-833-MeatMan. And no matter where you're at, Cap, toll free, the United States of America, anywhere you're at, you can reach me at 1-833-MeatMan, 1-833-MEATMAN, 1-833-632-8626. All right. That is pretty much going to wrap it up for this edition of Sportsline Radio. As always, I want to thank my man Don back in the studio. I tell you, man, things have been running smooth. Things have been running smooth on the program. You got to admit it, man. I tell you, it's unbelievable. So thanks a lot, Don. Have a great weekend. And, of course, my man TK, Tommy Chrysan, who got me the spot here on the radio. And, of course, the owner of 910 AM WUBR CBS Sports Radio and Pelican Sports TV, my man Alan. So I want to thank Alan for giving me the opportunity to be here. And don't forget, bet with your head, not over it. Money management is the key to turn a profit. Bet in sports. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I'll see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline. All right. That is going to wrap it up for this edition of Sportsline Radio. Don't forget now, you can watch the rebroadcast of this program on YouTube every week. I upload it to YouTube. You can watch it right there. Of course, you can always listen live at PelicanSportsTV.com, PelicanSportsTV.com every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. And, of course, if you want to get in touch with the MeatMan, you can always give me a call, 702-609-0930 or 1-833-MeatMan, 1-833-MEATMAN. As always, I want to thank everybody who listened live to the program or watched the rebroadcast here on YouTube. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. Have a great week, everybody. I'll see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline.